Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka Chairperson ka Meghalaya State Commission Protection of Child Rights ka Agatha sangma kal kerpa da ka sarkar bakan perkhat nak benda ki Longkmie bateri kam sarkar kena bakin yo ban Pynlut poru khambon baki Khun kikti dak ba ashuti ka tu kan sngi la ni ban aipor ka tu kan Kynta yaki Longkmie ki badan Khun don kiti bakin la ban yo ban Pynlut por ni ban pet yaki Khun kikti jongki kalong babun kim patip bahai ka jingdan ka child helpline kumta kalau kentui ki school ki jaka puli ki hostel bagi di ban bu ki number jong ka child helpline kena bukan nirap yaki habran kam AA ya gani ka Agatha kalau keren ka jingalang belakot da katnat social welfare ya baro ki badan bentalang haka imlang ka salang banetai halor ki jingsha thombor ki kenthei ki khna.
Secondly, in schools, and thirdly, in the community as at large. So when I talk about homes, I would say that like I said, there is already mandated by the law, it's mandated by the law that we have age-appropriate educational materials. So when these materials are already present, it's important that we share them with parents, we share them with families, and parents take the time out to actually discuss and go through these materials with their children. So here I am giving out a suggestion to our state government, where I feel that currently a lot of women are working in offices. They're employed in government services, they're employed in private services. What is actually happening is that mothers whose major role is to take care of children or was to take care of children end up working long hours in their offices, in their private companies, and the time that they have for their children has drastically reduced. I was talking to one of our DCPOs, and she was narrating the story of how she spends hours and hours, taking care of children, in distress, under distress of being assaulted. And she was telling me that because she spends so much time with children, who are in trouble, who have, been violated, she's not able to actually give time to her own children. So I feel that maybe if government of Meghalaya could, be one of the first governments that sort of gives holidays or a couple of hours in a week to their women employees. I'm not suggesting this for the male employees. I'm suggesting this for the mothers. If we could give a few hours to our female employees so that they can spend quality time with their children. And if there are these manuals and there are already educational material, age-appropriate materials which are present here, which can be sort of shared with parents, mothers, and they take this time out, to actually discuss about safe touch, unsafe touch, about other issues that children, perhaps adolescents, children who are facing problems, could discuss with their mothers. So it is a small and humble suggestion to the government of Meghalaya if the government could consider giving a few hours off to mothers to spend quality time with their children. We talked about this in the first consultation about, child helpline. So there's a child helpline and many people are not even aware about it. So I would suggest that most of the schools, institutes where children are present, hostels, etc., they should be a mandatory display of the number of the child helpline. Because like I said, many people don't even know it exists. There are provisions, there are laws, there are things which are established to ensure that children are protected. But if we are not aware about it, then we will not be able to do anything and we will not be able to take the benefit of it. So I would say that it's important that we display these child helpline numbers in areas where children are present. Since I'm talking about, I was talking about homes, right? So there's another point in my home section, because that is where children are mostly present for longer hours. I also feel that we are at a point where we have to monitor the screen time of our children. So, like I said, if mothers are, in office, etc., many times they are unable to monitor the screen time of children. So, if as parents, as responsible parents, if we could monitor the screen time of our children, that would be a great thing. For the child headline that should be displayed in schools, we are supposed to mandatorily have child safety committees in schools, but we do not have these committees. A couple of months ago, I have written to the Education Department asking them to kindly give a notification to schools to compulsorily set up these child safety committees. This is a very, very important mandatory provision which must be also implemented in schools. There are some wonderful initiatives taken by certain schools, like the Catholic Bishop Conference of India. They have created a child protection policy to prevent abuse of children in all their institutes, be it schools, be it hostels. And this has been a sort of a very landmark sort of a policy that they have created, and I think most schools should try and also create these kind of policies. There is a compulsory mandate which has been given by the Supreme Court that all schools where there are over 100 children should have counselors. But actually, most schools do not have counselors. Some may have makeshift counselors, but the Supreme Court mandates that if you have students which are more than 100 in number, you have to engage a professional counselor. So I think these are things that as a commission we want to look at. We want to ensure that what provisions have already been mandated should be implemented at school and institutional levels. As to school staffs, and this again I feel does not take place at the school levels very often. So if we as stakeholders, being in public at large, be it religious bodies, be it the Vaishnavas, the Longkmies, we should also ensure that we monitor and we see whether these orientation programs for sensitizing teachers, faculty, staff, management of the school is being done at the school level or not. And I think that's where the role of we as stakeholders come in, where we ensure that these things are actually being followed up. There are some, India being a signatory to the UN CRC in 1992, we have launched what is called the Integrated Child Protection Services or schemes. Now, under this, child protection committees, it is mandated that these committees be formed at the village or the mandal or the district level. But we, again, from what I have observed, these district child protection committees are not very functional or not very proactive. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel that these are where we also can put in a lot of inputs and we can make a lot of changes. And I think today I was listening to Faith Foundation. One of the things, again, I would like to reiterate is that I think we have in our communities very good organizations, very good NGOs, very good religious organizations who have actually helped us disseminate information about protecting children. And we are at a point where their work needs to be scaled up.